I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Your car steering wheel could be a ticking time bomb. At least 24 people have died and many more injured because their airbags fired shrapnel at them upon inflating. Tens of millions of cars have been recalled. If you suffered cuts that required stitches, hearing or vision loss, or broken bones, please contact us today. You could be owed money for medical bills and other damages.
Morgan & Morgan. Visit us at badairbags.com for an office near you. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome. When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting great candidates? Well, they're not hard to find when you go to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. People who are actively looking for jobs like yours. So it's easy to find the right person fast. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.
Local news and weather brought to you by Mississippi Energy Services. We're your fast, affordable, and friendly generator service company. msenergy.us. msenergy.us.
Hello, hello, hello. Are we here?
We're here.
We're here.
At least I can hear you.
Yeah.
I don't know if everybody else out in the World Wide Web can hear us or Radio Land.
Let me flip back over here. Yeah, it's something that's up, and I don't know if we're on the air or not. But good morning to everybody right now. Let me text the news guy.
Okay.
Text Chris Davis. Okay, so here we are on the Chip Matthews program, and we have no local news. So, but that'll be fixed in just a moment because I just sent him a message. But that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Jolynn. Good morning, Ricky Gray. Good morning to everyone out there. This is the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB, and when it does the other thing, when it does the disclaimer, I'll do my normal good morning.
Okay.
So, but right now we're just babbling in the news. Good morning, Andy Devine. Yes, we're on, Jolynn. Yeah. But there was something else that was supposed to be on before us. But anyway, caught us completely off guard. Caught me with my pants down.
But we overcame.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Diversity in
And good Thursday morning. That feels better now.
Yes.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie. You know, you catch and as you all know, Howard Stern's contract has not been renewed.
Isn't that something?
And that's because we are in negotiations to take his place. Howard Stern was on in Jackson, Mississippi at one time.
Was he?
I put him on the air, and he was doing a Sunday morning show, and he would come on right after the Baptist Bible Hour, the Primitive Baptist Bible Hour. And that used to be the funniest thing in the world. I'd sit there, and he'd come in and say, everybody, I'm on in Mississippi, and I can't get on in Detroit, Michigan, blah, 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 blah. But that's that. We're in negotiation to become. We already are worldwide.
Yeah,
but now we're in negotiation with the network, same one that Howard Stern's on, to take his place, and it's amazing. Now his contract runs out; it's $100 million. We're probably going to hold out for $1 million.
Okay.
a million a minute. But we will be taking over the Howard Stern show soon, and I just want everybody to know that, and we get that out there where everybody will know. I love the new blue screen stuff. That's Ricky Gray. Mine is green screen, and that is Acme Pizza in the background.
Yes, it is.
A lot of people think we broadcast from there, and some days I'll get there at right after we get off there, and I get there, and there's just millions of people in the parking lot there trying to get in to get pizza.
I
just can't get in.
They know how good the food is.
Yes, they do, but
they hear about it.
They would love to eat at noon, and that's just not going to happen. I mean, we open at 4:00, and that's that.
Yep.
No matter how long the line is, and we'll get everybody fed, but you can't come till 4. But anyway, when we go live, I can't wait till we take over the Howard Stern show. That is going to be great, and we hope to get that. I cannot wait to come and try that place. I've got to get my butt out there. Yes, Ricky Gray. Yes, Ricky Gray. Yeah. You must.
You're missing out. You're missing out.
A definite improvement over Stern, Andy Devine. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, we won't have lesbian Hollywood squares, but they have asked that we do our show in the nude. And that's because we've done our show 4 or 5 times in the nude already. And it had great reviews. But anyway. Let's talk about corruption.
Yeah, you've been trying to tell these people this was coming.
I keep telling Canton, and I got.
You've been right on so many things about Canton politics, and they can't hear you.
You know, and people try to hide it, and I see people from Canton who are posting these good things like the police department. Thank y'all for doing such a great job. Fire department. Thank y'all for doing such a great job. Thank y'all for doing your jobs. I will tell you that you need more people
doing their jobs.
And I do know that the other day when the police department walked out on their shift, that they called Madison County to cover. Now, everybody keep it. What is in your coffee? That's a good question. Mushroom tea.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom tea. And y'all want to see the nude part of the show? Okay.
No, thanks.
Our clothes are on us in blue screen. If you have your blue screen on, then that's why you see clothes. Otherwise, we're not wearing any. But anyway, on the subject of Canton and Madison County politics, we're going to talk about some good stuff today. We're going to talk about this audit.
Yes, let's discuss this audit.
I had a guy call me who works with the mayor, and I had a guy who is a political activist and has his own podcast and is the know-all of know-all among Democrats, say, Chip, they just missed one audit. They could have brought in an independent audit at any time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me cue you to read what the news. I told them, have y'all read the newspaper article? The newspaper article backs up everything I have ever said. Not newspaper, but that's the WLBT article, right?
It is. And it says back in March.
March, y'all, before the election. Before the election.
Yeah, that letters were sent out for them to be in compliance within 30 days.
And March, that would mean be in compliance by April.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And or the Department of Revenue would divert their sales tax from the city.
So in other words, we would not be getting money in if we don't do this. They will hold the money up.
That's right.
And we're trying to decipher this as we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the city did not comply.
Right.
And they didn't demonstrate any good faith of complying like other municipalities did.
Right. But I was told that they invited them in.
No, they didn't. No. They opened the door for them once they arrived and invited them in.
They showed up and said, excuse me, while I got you all here, let's talk about this.
Yes, but no, the state came to exercise their authority because the city of Canton was not complying and was not giving any good faith to comply. So they're getting audited by Shad White's office at the cost of $352,000.
And it will be more. If it's more, it'll be more.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality on the $352,000, where tax money comes into our city to run our city, they have currently stopped that until they get their first $352 for doing this.
That's correct.
Okay. Do y'all understand that?
Yep.
Okay.
So that was that part of it. And they said that only Canton and Mabon, only the city of Canton and Mabon are the ones that are having their funds diverted.
Because those two are the one's 19, I think one is 20.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we haven't audited our city since 19. And there's a lot of reasons why. And you also got to know something else, y'all. And I don't know if this will fight, if other than numbers, if you look at actual other things, if they audit the record, the minutes of the meetings,
Mm-hmm.
they will find out that at one time, the minutes of the meetings of Canton were taken home by the city attorney because she wanted to correct them.
Yes.
And that's in the minutes somewhere, and I don't know if they left it in the minutes, but
those documents are not supposed to leave.
They're
the
not supposed
facility.
to leave, and the minutes are the minutes,
Mm-hmm.
and the board speaks through their minutes.
Yes.
So, that's understand, Canton, and it's what I've been telling you ever since I was running, and then I realized how big the $1 billion deal outside west of town with. Oh, is that west or west
mm-hmm.
of town? How big that deal is. They are not going to let Canton screw this up. I was going to use another word. I was going to use the FAFO, but they're not going to that's not going to happen. You don't put 10 billion, well, it's actually 16 billion now, into an area and let that town screw it up. And then you supervisors, the three of you, the three amigos, they're going to come get y'all too. Mm-hmm. That's happening. That's going to come your way. And later on today, I'll pull up the audit, or rather this month's bill from Mr. Espy, who is trying to make sure that all people go through a spokesman instead of letting information dribble out.
Yeah.
He keeps notes in his boots, cheat notes in his boots. Those are the boots, the $1 billion boots. I called them the $1 million boots last night, but I'll call them the $1 billion boots now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the money that is missing out of the coffers of Canton.
Yes.
And out of the coffers of Madison County.
Mm-hmm.
People are wearing boots, the custom boots that got that money.
And then, it rolls all the way back down to CMU increasing the water bills out for the people outside the city limits, and they're frustrated because they see all this. They're not blind, they're not stupid. They see the writing on the wall. And
and those of you from Canton that are familiar with the Sawmill Quarter,
mm-hmm.
Sawmill Quarter is a part of Canton that has been a part of Canton that is not technically in our city limits.
Right.
So if you listen to the key word in that news story, and a lot of people don't realize it, and I wish the news people would emphasize the word. If you live outside of the city limits of Canton, the guy was saying, we can charge you more than the 25% we're going up on the citizens.
Yeah.
They can go, and that's what I've been telling everybody. We have got to get this under control. And it's just like the lady we were talking about the school district. She goes, Canton has more faculty and more administration than students in the school.
Right.
And I said, probably, very, 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 very probably. And people don't realize how rich Canton is off the taxes because we don't have the kids in our school district. And then many of the kids in our school district find a way to get to Germantown, find a way to get to Madison Central, because their diplomas, some of these schools, when they take their Canton high school diploma, when they go to get into a college somewhere, it's considered that it puts them down the list on being able to get in,
being accepted.
And I'm not saying that Canton kids are stupid. I'm just saying that you have a history of bad schools and bad decisions. And then we found out and then this audit for Canton, I think they need to make sure they audit the Canton School District next.
Absolutely.
Because we know of $144,000 that was taken from one person there.
Well, it definitely has not been ran as a business as it should have been.
Correct.
And the people that have been the mayor and the aldermen have not had their constituents' best interest at heart.
And that's another thing. Everybody keeps saying, Chip, this is a new administration. That would be great if it was a clean break.
Right.
But it's
there
not a
isn't.
clean break because the aldermen are the ones that make the laws. And this is why prior to the election, the current mayor was saying, I'm a part-time alderman. You're not a part-time.
Be a part-time.
You're not a part-time alderman. And the reality is this: the aldermen make the laws. The aldermen are the ones that spend the money. The aldermen are the ones that would have decided we needed to get a audit.
Yeah.
The mayor just can't say he wants one, or that would have happened a long time ago with somebody that was just getting mad at you. If I'm getting mad, we'll just call it audit.
So this part-time alderman, I watched on Facebook the other night their meeting.
Right.
And halfway through or close to the end, half of them were gone. So is that a part-time alderman? You just come and stay for the parts that you want to stay for, and you get up and you leave, and the heck with your constituents that are there to speak to you. I mean, if you're there to do a job, you get paid. They get paid good money.
Right.
They need to stay there from beginning to end of a meeting, and that's disrespectful to your constituents to get up and leave.
Well, and then what they do is they stretch it out, and I think that's a civil rights violation, because to be on the list for Tuesday's voting meeting, you have to be on the list Friday before 10 o'clock in the morning. See, I've been trying to get on the thing to ask them to do this audit. What they just did, what just happened, I have been trying since the new administration went in to get on the ballot, to get on their agenda to say, look, y'all need to do something about this before this blows up in your face.
Right.
Because I keep telling them that because you have 3 new aldermen that have nothing to do with any of this.
Correct.
Okay. Those aldermen needed to be informed that they were about to be sandbagged into a bunch of crap that the other guys have done for years.
Right.
And I mean, you just look at it and you go, blah, blah, blah. Then you've got Alderman Gilkey. We have a female, the wife, Alderman Gilkey. How much of the stuff that her husband did does she know about?
Right.
I mean, yeah, we got to do better. We got to figure it all out.
Well, it just seems like that Canton, like you said, has a lot of tax dollars.
Right.
And CMU had a wealth of money.
Yeah.
Had a wealth of money.
Had.
So much money that they should not have to increase the water bills for the people in the county. And that these past administrations just saw Canton as a cash cow. And instead of running it like a business and making it prosperous and keeping it prosperous, they just sucked all the money out of the town.
Right.
And now here we are, still not getting our tax dollars to give a good life to their constituents.
And it's like I used to tell everybody, when CMU raised their money or anything they did with money, it was an extra burden on taxes. When CMU needed more money, and let's say, for instance, like CMU at one time had $17-18 million in the bank.
Right.
Okay. And they had a rainy day fund. That was great.
Yes.
And then what happened when Mr. Wallace retired? Gilkey made himself the safety director at $120,000 a year. And then he made him vice president. And then he got some more raises. And then he brought on people. And then, of course, we have the ghost employees at CMU where they were writing the illegal checks that were kickback money to them. But anyway, and y'all, all of this was testimony at trial. And everybody kept saying, Chip, you need to bring the receipts. I said, y'all, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yep.
We've had too much bad happen with good people that were on the CMU board and this, that, and the other, to where you don't know. We got to take a break. We're running over. Well, we'll get back. We'll talk some more about that. And then we're going to also talk about the biscuits. Everybody keeps asking about the biscuits. We need some biscuits. We need to know who has the best biscuits around, because I got to have them by Saturday, and I'm going to enjoy them. But we'll be back on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie in just a moment on WYAB. I got to have them by Saturday, and I'm going to enjoy them. But we'll be back on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie.
1039 WYAB. It's time for the most fun and exciting tournament of the summer. The Robbie Webb Floorball at the Canton Country Club. Grab your tent, your grill, and your friends, and come get rowdy at the now famous 12th hole tailgate with a live DJ, cocktails, shots, cigars, vendors, and a $1,000 barbecue cook-off. This small-town community-based club with its newly renovated golf course and pool is the perfect retreat for you and your family. Call 601-859-6359 today for info on memberships, tee times, and tournament sponsorships for the Robbie Webb Floorball, August 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Canton Country Club.
Have you been injured through no fault of your own? Do you know your rights? Don Evans does. Do you really believe that the insurance company would disclose all information to you? Don Evans will make sure that you are fully informed. It costs nothing to discuss your case. From car wrecks to malpractice, Don Evans will make you and your family whole again. Don Evans won't ever charge unless he collects for you. Call Don for a free no-obligation consultation at 601-969-2006.
If you're a parent or grandparent, you should know that even though Mississippi is ranked as the unhealthiest state in the country, we have the highest vaccination rate for our children and grandchildren. Many of us blindly trust the medical establishment, and now it's time to question vaccine safety. Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights is a grassroots organization working to educate the public and lawmakers about this important topic. Be informed. Go to mpvr.org. Like us on Facebook to stay up to date on the latest information. That's Mississippi Parents for Vaccine Rights, mpvr.org.
Greetings. I'm Dr. Benny Tate, president of the Congregational Methodist Church denomination in Florence, Mississippi, and the pastor of Rock Springs Church in Milner, Georgia, inviting you to attend one of our services this week. Find a church near you at cm-church.org and be sure and listen every Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. for our weekly program, Apples of Gold from Rock Springs Church, here on 103.9 WYAB.
Did you get us switched over to shelter insurance?
Actually, I found a deal online.
You did? Does your deal come with award-winning customer service?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Does the deal include a local agent?
Doesn't actually say.
Can we create a customized plan that fits our needs? Let's just call the local shelter agent.
For insurance that fits just right, find a shelter agent near you.
Located in Ridgeland and Flora, come see me, Jamie Creel, Shelter Insurance.
When you feel like your business is drowning in paperwork and compliance issues, it's time to call PeopleLease. Let PeopleLease take care of the busy work so that you can save valuable time and focus on what really matters, growing your business. PeopleLease is based in Ridgeland, so you're always dealing with local professionals who will actually understand your business and its needs. Join thousands of satisfied clients who trust PeopleLease to simplify their employee administration. Visit peoplelease.com. That's peoplelease.com to learn more.
Health has always been reactive, focused on fixing problems as they happen. But with Blue Primary Care, we're taking a proactive approach, working with you to help you understand your health and empowering you to be healthy. It's time to prioritize you, your health, and your life. The results? Less worrying and more living. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Mississippi. It's good to be blue.
Looking for the ultimate reset for your body and skin? At Core Wellness and Recovery, you'll find next-level services like cryotherapy, red light therapy, infrared sauna, body sculpting, and advanced facials. Whether you want to boost performance, recover faster, or just feel your best, Core Wellness and Recovery delivers real results with zero downtime. From muscle relief to radiant skin, this is self-care redefined. Come experience the future of wellness, Core Wellness and Recovery, just off Highland Colony in Ridgeland. Book now at corewellnessandrecovery.com.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
And welcome back to our garden here at the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB. And I just had a phone call, and I was explaining to somebody, they would actually skip over somebody to let it from another school district to go. I go, yeah, because the valedictorian, he was saying the valedictorian, salutatorian, would they be passed over? I go, yes, not because of their grade point average is based on a school that gets an F.
Right.
And so, and then he says, well, they would do that in America. I said, Let me tell you what they do in America.
In America.
In America, that's what Trump came in to fix, is foreign students were getting in the schools ahead of us at Harvard and places like that.
Yep.
There was no Americans in the school, and that's what's going on. That's why you have all the corruption and all the wars and they're settling out of court and giving us $100 million because that's what goes on, y'all. The corruption is so deep in America, and it's all about money. It's all, and the money is ours. The government is broke.
Yep.
And the government is supposed to be broke. We're supposed to send X amount of dollars of our money to the government to run the government.
Right.
They're supposed to stay within the budget of the money they have, and at the end of the year be broke.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean at the end of the year, if you have extra money,
you give pay raises.
You give pay raises and give it out, Madison County. That means you lower taxes. You carry it over to the next year, and you say, okay, taxes are going down, or we're not going to need as much this year. And it sooner or later it'll catch up, and we'll be in a great place.
That's right.
But
that would be the best
scenario.
Business model, but I mean, they can't handle that. There's too much corruption. It's been too easy for them to get away with it.
I mean, they see a pile of money. Hold on, I have to cut on some more air. They see a pile of money and they just say, how much of that can I get out of here with?
Yeah.
How much can I can? Who have I got to write a check to where they can give it back to me?
And I think if people could hold more money in their own pockets and live a better life instead of living penny to penny, people would be happier in general, because it starts,
and like today, tariffs went in place. Tariffs are going across, and everybody and all the news media is going, prices are going up, prices are going up. No, they're not. They're not going to go up, y'all.
Fear mongering.
Now, stuff you buy from China for $4 that comes in with no instructions and this, that, and the other, it might go up to $5 or $6, and it's still going to be something you throw in the garbage within a week because I got this on Temu and it just don't work, and you throw it out. Or
open it up out of the package, and as you open the package, you break it.
I mean, this happens, and y'all all know it happens because it's all happened to you. Now, clothing, you're going, well, clothing's going to go up. Well, that's because we don't make clothes in America anymore.
That's right.
I think we make the American jeans in America.
Sweeney.
Her jeans. And then I saw where, was it Lizzo or somebody? No, it was, what's the one that used to be in Destiny's Child? Oh, Beyonce. Yeah. I saw where she put on some Levi's or something like that, which is a good American company, but she put on Levi's, but it took a whole lot of denim to get around that booty. I mean, that's okay. Yeah. It's okay to have pretty people in commercials, and everybody's saying, well, now there's white people in commercials. Imagine that. And very soon you might see a family that actually looks like a family.
Yeah.
Instead of a gay white man, a black woman, and their 4 kids, and the 4 kids are Asian and black and Indian and this, that, and the other. And you're looking at them going, yeah, that's a traditional American family right there.
Well, at least they didn't have cat heads and dog heads
and then they all
rabbit faces on them.
It's still early. Yeah. And then you have the commercials where they got to make sure that 2 guys or 2 girls kissing them. And you just look at it and go, that just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. Even when gay people are out in public, you don't see them always kissing on each other. And if you do, you just go, okay. And you just keep on walking.
That's right.
That's their business. That's their world.
That's right.
And so when you took advertising and went to this place where everybody's involved in, and a lot of people watch commercials, and I say, did you see that in the commercial? And they look at me and they go, no. I go, y'all don't see the breakdown of what other messages are being sent out in the commercial?
Yeah.
No, I don't use that drug. And every commercial that's a drug, you have it by the end of the commercial, you have all the symptoms. Yeah. And so you need to call your doctor and say, I have gonorrhea. No, you don't. No, you don't. Now, there's a chance in Mississippi you have syphilis.
Yeah.
It's an epidemic level of syphilis in Mississippi, and especially in Jackson. And you've seen the billboards for years.
Yeah.
And then AIDS is big in Jackson.
Wow.
I mean, what do you do about all this? I mean, and they let it happen because that turns into dollars into our system. I mean, I hate to say that, y'all, but Benny Thompson goes and gets us more money for this, that, and the other just because we're at epidemic levels. We don't try to educate the problem.
Right.
They
create problems and keep problems, and they get more money to solve those problems that does not go to where it's supposed to go.
Good morning, James Duncan. He sent me a cup of coffee. You know, I can't drink it through the phone.
Russell McGuffey, it was nice seeing you at lunch yesterday.
Yeah. And, we just got to be Americans. And when are they going to, when are they going to just tell us, the brain just went out?
Tell us
what were we talking
everything's going to be all right.
Everything's going to be all right.
I don't know.
Y'all, my brain just defunded.
But what comes up this weekend?
What comes up this
We got Robbie Webb.
The Robbie Webb floorball is this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But no, here's something that I wanted to do.
Okay.
Let me find this. Here we go. Let's get together. These are things that happened in America because Trump won.
Okay.
Colbert got fired.
Yep.
Howard Stern is fired, but that's partly because our show is becoming
that's
bigger.
right. We're moving in.
Joy Reid is fired.
Uh-huh.
Jim Acosta is gone.
Uh-huh.
Neil Cavuto is gone. Lester Holt is gone. Chuck Todd is gone. Chris Wallace is gone. PBS is defunded. NPR is defunded. USAID is gone. And it says white people are back in commercials. Morbidly obese black women are apparently less frequent in commercials now. Disney removed a teenage trans girl from their show Win or Lose. Black Captain America has been tanked. ABC is to give Trump $17 million for lying about him. AP had to cut back 8% of its workforce. What is the phone doing? Quit. I'm in the middle of doing this and y'all trying to, Apple's trying to stop
And all
me.
this has happened within 6 months.
Okay. Univision had to lay off several hundred workers. CNN's ratings are in a week-to-week death spiral along with MSNBC's. Wolf Blitzer and Jake Tapper were denied raises. Rachel Maddow had to take a pay cut. Justin Trudeau, the guy from Canada, he has resigned. And the Gulf of Mexico is now the Gulf of America. What's your favorite Trump destroyed thing on the list? And is there more?
There's lots more.
There's lots more.
He did all that in a short 6 months.
Yeah.
And so much more that is more complicated than what those items were spoken of. If only they could do that in Mississippi and Canton.
So see, that's what you're doing. You got Shad White, and I know he's a listener to this radio station. Thank you, Shad, for listening to this program. Thank you for going to Canton and doing what you're doing. That's God's work. And plus, of course, it'll make Mississippi look better when you fix Canton because all the money that's coming in for the Amazon. We got to take another break.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
That time.
I know we're on a roll. But anyway, we'll be back right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie on WYAB. I know we're on a roll. But anyway, we'll be back right here on the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie.
103.9 WYAB.
It's time for the most fun and exciting tournament of the summer. The Robbie Webb Floorball at the Canton Country Club. Grab your tent, your grill, and your friends, and come get rowdy at the now famous 12th hole tailgate with a live DJ, cocktails, shots, cigars, vendors, and a $1,000 barbecue cook-off. This small-town community-based club with its newly renovated golf course and pool is the perfect retreat for you and your family. Call 601-859-6359 today for info on memberships, tee times, and tournament sponsorships for the Robbie Webb Floorball, August 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Canton Country Club.
CBS News Brief. President Trump and Vladimir Putin may be getting together very soon. CBS's Ed O'Keefe at the White House.
Overnight, a Kremlin official responded saying a meeting had been agreed to, but just between the U.S. and Russian leaders, with a possible venue announced later.
President Trump's deadline for a ceasefire agreement with Ukraine is tomorrow. The president's hired tariffs on dozens of U.S. trading partners kicked in at midnight. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
Consumers are likely to see price increases when they buy a car, whether it's domestic or imported, a computer, an electronic gadget, a toy, furniture.
A technology issue created a nightmare for United Airlines passengers like this woman in Houston.
Between all of the time spent waiting for agents and stuff, I missed my flight. And I had 3 other connecting flights dependent on that.
United says the problem's been resolved. Service is getting back to full strength. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Craving something extraordinary in Jackson? Manship Restaurant is where your taste buds hit the jackpot. Join us for happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. where your wallet will thank you and your stomach will sing. Indulge in half-price wood-fired pizzas because why pay full price for half the fun? And for just $5, dive into our private barrel bourbon picks. That's right, luxury on a budget. Plus, beat the heat with our frozen drink specials, a tropical escape without the travel expenses. Make your way to the Manship where happy hour isn't just a time, it's an experience.
Are you looking for a church family to connect with? One that will provide opportunities to grow in your spiritual life, as well as a chance to serve others? First Baptist Flora may be just the place for you. We're located at 102 Jackson Street in Flora. To worship with us in person, we have a traditional worship service that begins Sunday mornings at 8:30. Then our life groups meet at 9:45, and the Refuge Contemporary service begins at 11 a.m. We also have a midweek service every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. So come join us at First Baptist Flora, where we're making much of Jesus.
Men, if you answer yes to any of these questions, you could be suffering from low testosterone. Do you have low sex drive? ED, always tired, depressed, loss of muscle mass, obese, loss of focus and drive? You, my friends, need to get your numbers checked. Check out Men's Health of Mississippi, located in Madison, Mississippi, and online at menshealthms.com. Guys, get your numbers checked today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. menshealthms.com. Men's Health of Mississippi.
Bad decisions limit future options. Make enough bad decisions and you will destroy your life. Listen to The Flatline with your host, Rick Hughes, every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. here on 1039 WYAB. Join us every Sunday for 30 minutes of inspiration, motivation, education, all without manipulation. That's The Flatline with Rick Hughes, heard here on 1039 WYAB each Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m.
Here's a tip for buyers from RE/MAX Connection real estate agent Rita Jensen.
Buyers need to be ready. Start your mortgage process if you're not paying cash and your mortgage. You need to go ahead and start that before you ever go look at a house. You walk into the house and you fall in love with it, and that's the one you want. You've not even started the process, and there may be multiple bids on it, and other people are sending pre-qualifying letters with their offers, then you're dead in the water. You offer what you are willing to pay for this property, and know that if you don't get it, you're okay with that. And you can walk away.
RitaJensen.net.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the greatest show on earth, the Chip Matthews Show with Don McKinzie, heard worldwide and even in Russia. Putin, I'm glad to find out that Putin wants to talk to Trump because he was listening to our show, and he understands that Trump ain't playing.
That's right.
Trump ain't playing.
What if
So
he got
Putin,
like one more day?
So Putin sends me a message, and I go, look, you got to quit sending, just send him regular text. He wants to send them all to me through Telegram.
Oh, no.
And I just hate that.
Yeah.
I just go, they just seem so shady, blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, nobody can track it. I'm going, everybody can track everything. I thought you had been in the government long enough to understand that. But anyway. But that was that. I'd like to say hello to everybody we met at Grip and Grand yesterday. I'm glad to talk to everyone. We've got a lady coming on about school choice on, what is it, September 2nd? Is that right?
Yes.
And we're going to talk about it, and she's with them, and we're going to get some more facts on it.
Correct.
And we're going to get you both sides of this argument.
Uh-huh.
And I can see both sides, and if it includes just people from Jackson trying to go to Madison County schools, that don't work.
Right.
Okay. I agree with that, but we'll find out what that does mean. But, if you were at Madison Central and you wanted to go to Germantown, that should be allowed.
Right.
Especially if they got room. That's the other thing that people don't remember. Just because you have a ticket to go somewhere doesn't mean that there's room for you to go there. You can't go there.
Right.
you know.
And the schools are already busting at the seams.
And they're going to let people go there, because I was talking to her. She goes, you know, it's just like there's some people from Canton going to Germantown where they'll have a better football team. Okay, that makes sense. You know, football team in your community, y'all. You don't
It's
know.
important.
It's important. It makes people. It brings up the spirit of everybody in the area.
Yep.
And helps. Now Canton's high school football team was good last year. And I told everybody, this will help a whole lot with the whole mentality of the school, the student, everything. Right. This is good. And they go, Chip, that doesn't have nothing to do with learning anything in school. No, if you feel good about yourself and you feel like you're a part of something, it's great.
Yeah.
And if we're not teaching them ABCs and history and how to do some mathematical skills, how to cipher, as Jethro Bodine would say. So it's good that they get the camaraderie.
Right. When this audit comes in and they're done doing it, and maybe the new government of Canton will get themselves turned around and do right for the constituents, and things will get better and grow. There's already Mr. and Mrs. Bob Lloyd, who are beautiful people, have come into Canton, and they've done a lot with the Garden Club, the beautification of Canton. And they also have a on the square, they've created they call it the Canton Square Lofts.
The lofts
of Canton, in beautiful building.
It's in the old Roberts Insurance.
Yes, I mean, just beautiful. And they have created a on the first floor right now, the production crew of the movie, The Girl in the Boat, are occupying the first floor right now of that building.
Are they waiting on a flood to where they can float out of the Canton flood? We got a girl in the boat. We might as well have a flood.
I hope not. But on the fourth floor, they have 4 Airbnb suites. And so, if the city government and the county government would get their ducks in a row and do right by that city and make it as beautiful as it has the potential to be, the sky's the limit for Canton and its citizens.
It could be. People just don't see the vision. And they go, and then, yes, it's good that you go around and pick up the trash off the ground. That's good. But see, that isn't something you should have to ask to be done.
Right.
Okay. You shouldn't throw it out there to begin with.
And, but until Canton gets their ducks in a row and get things corrected, the growth is just going to box around the city.
Well, see, the problem with growth in Canton is for years, racial makeup was the issue. Do not build new houses in Canton where white folks will move to Canton. And you got to understand it. I think of it this way. Build new houses because to keep even the black residents of Canton in town, because nothing against what we had to grow up with.
Right.
Excuse me. You have these houses on one side of town, the what do you call it? Dog trots? What are that? The single houses?
Shotgun houses.
People don't want, they wanted, as they do better, they want to do better.
Right.
And like, for instance, I was listening yesterday, the HUD guy says that they get vouchers.
Right.
Okay. The voucher in Canton for a 2-bedroom home, 1.5 bath, is $1,685 a month. And they're supposed to take that voucher and try to buy a home.
Right.
Well, the homes don't exist in Canton. They don't exist. And so some of them don't want to buy a home in certain areas because of the crime. They want to move every 2 years and stay ahead of the crime. And so, and I'm going, we give people money, and then these people, and then what happens is these shotgun houses, people are getting $1,600 for a house that was built in the 30s.
And they end up renting them. They don't buy them. They rent them.
They rent them to get the $1,600.
Yeah. And they're probably not.
And they're probably not worth living in. They probably couldn't. And everybody, and the mayor and all them were talking about some of the stuff. And I just sat there and I said, all you've got to do is go inspect these houses.
Right.
And then nobody could live in them. I said, if they were brought up to code, that's one thing. But when you have a guy in a house and they move out of a house, There should be a law that says that we're going in and we're going to invest and look at that house. But all that has been corrupt.
Right.
I mean,
Well, they got to do better. They've got to release themselves of the past, and they've got to let new communities come in and all varieties of Americans. We're all Americans in order to prosper that city.
Okay.
And the cities. And
okay, let's go here. This is gonna be dangerous. We got a phone call. Good morning, WYAB.
Chip Matthews.
Yes, sir.
Man, are you ready for Saturday?
Yes, I'm ready for Saturday. This must be the short man from out in the county.
Well, Chip, I'm here to let you know that I am a Cantonian, and I plan to take home the first place trophy.
Well, you're not a Cantonian because you don't live in the city limits of Canton anymore. I know you grew up there.
Well, the rules are to be in a Cantonian, you must graduate from Canton High School, and you must be born and raised there.
So you're saying everybody at Canton Academy is not from Canton?
Absolutely, I'm saying that, but I am saying that is a private school, and if you pay to go there, you can go. And we're not going to talk bad about Canton Academy or Canton Public School District. We're going to talk about the fact
that you're going to lose a barbecue contest this weekend, this Saturday.
Well,
I want everybody to bring an extra garbage bag where we can take all your barbecue and throw it in there.
Well, Chip, I don't think you're ready for this.
Yeah.
I remember you standing outside my house begging for barbecue. Give me some more. Give me some more.
I was politicking.
Well, and Chip, that was 10 years ago.
I know. I was politicking. Have I been back since then? Okay.
I didn't tell you where I live because I got tired of you standing outside my house asking for barbecue.
Oh, you live in, I know exactly where you live. You live in Paul Griffin's wonderful district. How long does it take you to get down the road every day?
Well, right now we're going to focus on the barbecue competition, but it does take me quite a bit of time to get down the road.
That's why you got time to call.
I drive 6.2 miles to work, and it takes me about 30 minutes to get there. But right now the conversation is about this barbecue competition.
Okay, so that's Canton, and what he's talking about is the Robbie Webb 4-ball, which Robbie Webb, of course, was inducted in the Hall of Fame, and this is at Canton Country Club, and they're a sponsor of the Chip Matthews Show, and we thank them.
Yeah.
And this weekend we'll be on the 12th hole. They'll have some great barbecuers, and Tavares will also be there. And and we'll also be having some cigars smoking out there. We'll have some there'll be some great barbecue from the Chip Matthews
Lots
program.
of friendly socializing.
Well, Chip, the word on the street is that you haven't even signed up yet.
Then I'm not going to what?
You haven't signed up yet.
I don't have to sign up. Do you know who I am? All I have to do is show up. They're going to say, oh,
the people from the country club said that Tavares, Chip talk all this smack every morning. He haven't even signed up. Have he really called you out? And I said, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
And they're like, he haven't even signed up. So how can he call you out? So we're trying to figure out when are you going to go to the country club and officially sign up. Are you scared, Chip?
Am I scared?
It sounds like you're scared, brother.
I'm not scared.
Jolene says that tournament starts tomorrow.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I'll see you Saturday morning, Chip.
I will see you there too. And bring hey, do you mean to bring your little box where you can get up to your grill? You little short, or do you have it, or is it lowered to the ground with some spinners?
Well, you know what? The lower I go, the higher the smoke goes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, my smoke stays in the box. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Talk to you later, man. Thanks. Yeah. He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
He's gonna get it.
Yep.
I guess he's trying to call me out.
I think he just did.
No, you think he just did?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a break. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB. The best barbecuer in the state, Chip Matthews. We'll be back with more on the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB. The best barbecuer in the state.
1039 WYAB.
It's time for the most fun and exciting tournament of the summer. The Robbie Webb Floorball at the Canton Country Club. Grab your tent, your grill, and your friends, and come get rowdy at the now famous 12th hole tailgate with a live DJ, cocktails, shots, cigars, vendors, and a $1,000 barbecue cook-off. This small-town community-based club with its newly renovated golf course and pool is the perfect retreat for you and your family. Call 601-859-6359 today for info on memberships, tee times, and tournament sponsorships for the Robbie Webb Floorball, August 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Canton Country Club.
I think there are a lot of people that are sitting in churches right now, or maybe sitting in coffee shops, that have a story to tell of what God's done in their life, but they're never going to get the pulpit. They're never going to get a microphone. They're never going to get an opportunity to share their story with the world. Well, that's where we come in.
I've seen so many people that's been set free.
Life with Jesus is better than what I could have ever expected it to be.
Get the hell out of your life. Sunday mornings at 10 on 103.9 WYAB.
Here's a word from John White, the owner of Two Gun Tactical in Flowood and Ridgeland.
I carry a gun every day, all the time. Last year in America, 2 million legal guns were pulled, and it stopped the threat. So I'm really wearing a firearm just to stop the threat. There's more likelihood of me just pulling it and not using it than there is using it. TwoGunTactical.com, TwoGunTactical.com.
Two Gun Tactical, the South's only country club.
Tools, paint, mowers, equipment parts, service, and rentals are all under one roof at Hometown Hardware in Flora. Hometown Hardware has what you need and professional staff to steer you in the right direction. Hometown Hardware carries top brands like Hustler, Steel, and Milwaukee. Hometown Hardware even has a full lumber yard, paint matching, pool water testing, propane filling, key cutting, and much more. Hometown Hardware, Highway 49 in Flora.
Did you know that the average 6-room house collects 40 pounds of dust each year? Local business Pure Air Consultants duct cleaning service can rid your home of the dust, dirt, and debris that may be caught in your air ducts. They can eliminate the mold, fungi, and microbes that might be growing inside your ductwork and polluting the air you breathe in your home. Mention WYAB and receive a free UV light with system replacement. Visit online at mypureairconsultants.com. mypureairconsultants.com.
This copy machine has me so frustrated. I could just body slam it.
Whoa there, leave the body slamming to the pros and leave superior high-quality office tech to the experts at Advantage Business Systems, brother.
Woo! Get it!
Never body slam your copy machine again. Visit absms.com. Advantage Business Systems, laying the smackdown on bad tech.
So when are you going to check that thing off your to-do list?
Right, that. I don't know. How about next week?
How about now?
Or I could do it later, right?
No more putting it off. Do it now so you don't forget. You want this and have for a while.
You're right. I want this.
You deserve this, and it can help you in the long run. There, I just logged on to homescc.edu. We're getting you registered right now.
Wait. Hold up. I thought you had to show up on site to register at Homes.
You can do either one. You know that career you talk about all the time? The life you dream about? It starts today. How does that famous quote go?
Please don't.
The secret to getting ahead is
getting started.
Fall classes start August 18th, and we don't do Fridays at home. Register at a campus near you Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 3:30, or right now at homecc.edu. And when you come to Home CC, your tuition could be free with a 20 on your ACT.
Holmes Community College.
No place like Holmes.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
I am Chip Matthews. She is Dawn McKinzie. This is the Chip Matthews program. Remember, coming up at 7:07, the Clay Edwards Show. I wonder what
the
he's
big
doing.
guy himself.
I wonder what he's doing today.
I don't know. Has he made it in the past the gates?
I don't know.
Has he?
I don't know
Does
where
he have
is.
credentials to get in the building?
I don't know. He might have left his. They now have that thumb pass, and the eye scan on the retina scan to get into the compound because when we go out in public, there are people modeling us. I mean, I've gone back to wearing the bulletproof vest and everything again.
Yeah.
Especially if you're around Clay.
Yeah.
It used to be if you were around me, it was important, but now they're shooting at Clay too. So,
we need to say good morning to Debbie.
Good morning, Debbie, and Gail Dodd, and Joe Lynn, and Russell McGuffey. Who else? Did we say hello to anybody? Yolanda Washington. What is your point with this statement? I wonder what statements you're speaking of, Yolanda. Let's see. What is your point? And what is your point? I don't know what she's talking about.
I think she was talking about when your phone call came in. All that he was jokingly talking about being a Cantonian and you had to graduate from Canton High and be born and raised. And I think he was more joking than picking on you than being a serious.
Okay. But that wasn't on the air.
Yes, it was.
It was?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It was.
Y'all, I do this show and I have no idea what I say when I'm on the air and when I leave.
Or where he is.
Or where I am.
It's that mushroom
coffee, y'all. I'm doing the mushroom coffee. I'll have y'all report on whether or not it's worth doing very soon. And right now it's probably not worth doing. Okay.
Other than it makes you bounce off the wall. It gives you good energy.
It doesn't make me bounce off. I bounce regardless.
Yeah.
And that may be the cup of coffee. But I'm saying I think of energy for me as extra energy in the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll wake up bouncing off the walls.
I can wake up and be going.
Yeah.
I got 1,000 things on my mind every morning.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mitch Tyner. I'm driving today and listening on the radio. There you go,
Good
Mitch.
morning, Mitch.
Where are you going, Mitch? Where are you going?
Mitch needs to come on this show.
Yes, he does. He does.
Because I think somebody else, his competitor, may be on this show soon.
Yes, she may be. We can, and we'll work that out.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Mitch needs to come in to talk about the properties that he has in Canton and what he's developing and what he's doing. I mean, Mitch has been a businessman in Canton for, well, how old is he? He's got to be at least 60.
Well, he's a true Cantonian.
He's true Canton. He's 62. And so he's 62. So that means, or 61.
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be 62.
He's somewhere in that area.
He has been an entrepreneur in Canton since he was about 8.5.
Yep.
And everybody knows that.
Yep.
And that's that. Okay, look, this show's fixing to be over.
It's over.
We got a minute
till tomorrow. Today's Thursday, right?
Thursday all day today. Tomorrow will be Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And
y'all come out to Rattler Ferry for shrimp night.
Shrimp night tonight.
I think the Lonely Hearts are playing.
The Lonely Hearts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
What did they play?
They laid back.
Okay, Lonely Hearts. Music.
Yeah, and then tomorrow night's the Dirt Road Cadillacs. Then Saturday we